Welcome to the Mussar video blog. This past week we were studying in the book Chovos HaLevavos, Duties of the Heart, the section where he talks about Teshuvah. One of the things he says is that things that we've done in the past, we shouldn't forget them. We should keep them with us. Now, when you hear that at first, that seems like a monumental task. I mean, if I'm going to start thinking about all the things that I did wrong in the past, I mean, I'll be busy with that all day. So if we do that, I think it's pretty much unrealistic. On the other hand, he has a good point. And it just reminds me of that classic story about the guy who says, I'm an alcoholic, but I haven't had a drink for 30 years. Interesting. He hasn't had a drink for 30 years, so why is he an alcoholic? But he knows there was a time when he was sort of a victim. He was out of control. He was a prisoner to that habit. And he remembers that. And so in his mind, he still is on guard. He hasn't had a drink in 30 years. He probably feels great. He probably feels so accomplished. He feels so wonderful that, look at that, haven't had a drink for 30 years. At the same time, he doesn't forget that there was that little bit inside of him that could still be activated. And he wants to protect that. So I was thinking we could do the same thing. You know, whatever it is that is our downfall. You know, and sometimes you work on something and you feel like you conquered it, and then suddenly, like, boom! Like, where did that come from? So I think it's worth keeping, at least in the back of our mind, maybe some a little bit closer to the front, the idea that I am an alcoholic. Well, let's replace the alcohol with something else. I am a ego-aholic. I am a lazy-aholic. I am a angry-aholic. And you can fill in whatever one you want to fit in there. You know, I'm a lashon hara-aholic, etc. And it's just good to keep in mind. Again, I don't mean to say this, you should get you down, because we don't want that. If it's going to get you depressed, think, oh, I'm still no good. No, no, no. I have to think that it's great. I had this tendency, and I worked at it, and I moved forward, and I'm in a much better place now. I haven't succumbed to that in a while. But don't rest on our laurels completely and say, okay, it's done. Never will I ever return to that again. We should always keep in mind that I fell once, I fell twice, I worked at it, I got better, but the potential might still be there. And if we keep that little bit of piece of information somewhere in our brain, I think it would also help us to not fall again. Just like that alcoholic, but I haven't had a drink in 30 years. I'm a blankaholic, but I haven't done that thing in a long time. See you next time.